They say every mirror shows us the truth. But what if it doesn't? What if something on the other side is watching, waiting, and smiling when you don't? Tonight, we open the door to room 13. And what lives inside its mirror will haunt you long after the screen fades. This is The Mirror in Room 13, Episode 1. And you're watching Vibloom Stories. It was a weekend trip she almost didn't take. College freshman Talia Monroe had planned to stay on campus and catch up on assignments. But her 3 friends insisted. A girl's escape to a mountain town would be just what they needed. The place they booked was an old inn. The kind with rusty signs and doorknobs that stuck when you turned them. It was called Hollow Pines Lodge. And that should have been a warning. When they arrived, the owner, a silent old woman with cloudy eyes, handed over the keycards with a whisper. "Stay out of room 13. The girls laughed it off. There were only 12 rooms, right? They didn't know. There was a 13th hidden at the end of the east hallway behind a crooked antique wardrobe. On their second night, the heater in Talia's room failed. The front desk was closed. Her friends were asleep. So she wandered the halls, hoodie on, barefoot on the creaky wood floor. And that's when she noticed it. The wardrobe was open, just slightly. And behind it, a door. Room 13. No number on it. Just an old brass handle and thick wood that looked untouched for years. Talia pushed it open. And there it was. A perfectly clean room. Dustless. Furniture covered in white sheets. Except for one thing. A mirror. Massive. Ornate. Gold-framed. Leaning against the far wall, untouched by time. She stared at her reflection. And her reflection stared back. At first nothing felt wrong. She turned. Shut the door. But later, back in her room, she noticed something strange. In the mirror above her bathroom sink, she was wearing different clothes. Just for a second. She blinked and it was gone. The next night, curiosity clawed at her. She returned to room 13. The door opened with ease. This time the sheets were removed. Someone had been here. The mirror sat in the center of the room now. She walked up to it. And again her reflection felt off. It moved slightly slower than she did. Blinked just after she blinked. And then it smiled. She didn't. She backed away. The reflection didn't. It kept smiling. Then as she ran, she thought she saw a handprint form on the inside of the mirror. Like something had been pressing from behind. She tried telling her friends the next morning. None believed her. But one, Amara, offered to go look. Just to prove it was in her head. The 2 returned that evening. The wardrobe door was shut again, but when Talia opened it, room 13 looked different. The mirror was gone. Amara rolled her eyes. See? Probably a dream. But Talia noticed something on the floor. Crack. A tiny shard of mirror glass. Fresh. Sure. She pocketed it. Back in her room, she couldn't sleep. At 2:11 a.m., her phone screen turned on by itself. A FaceTime request from her own number. She declined it. It came again. Then the lights flickered. She turned to the mirror over her desk and saw Amara standing behind her reflection. But when she turned around, no one was there. She whispered, "Stop messing with me." But the reflection smiled again and mouthed something. "Let me out." The next day, Amara didn't show up for breakfast. Her phone? Dead. Her bed? Unmade. No one had seen her since midnight. Talia went to the front desk. The old woman looked up slowly. "Room 13 opened, didn't it?" Talia froze. "What do you mean?" "That room isn't on the booking list. It opens when someone needs it. When someone's reflection no longer matches who they are. Amara, my friend, she was in there. With me. Then she may not have left." Talia returned to the room, this time alone. It was darker. The mirror was back. And inside it she saw Amara. Trapped. Screaming, pounding, but silent. Her hands hit the glass in rhythm. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks. And then another face appeared beside Amara in the reflection. It was Talia. But it wasn't her. It was grinning. Its eyes black. Its head twitching. Talia turned to run, but the door slammed shut behind her. The mirror whispered, "One stays, one leaves." Her reflection and Amara's both began mimicking her movements. But opposite. She raised her right hand, they raised their left. She blinked, they smiled wider. She backed away, hand to the wall, and felt nothing behind her. The room was gone. It was just her and the mirror. She grabbed the glass shard from her pocket and threw it. It bounced off the surface, but cracked the frame. The mirror hissed, yes, hissed, and began shaking. She heard Amara scream. Not in the reflection, in her head. "Don't leave me." Talia looked at the mirror and this time saw herself, beaten, pale, eyes sunken. A version that had stayed here too long. She screamed. And then the lights burst. When she woke up, she was back in her room. Morning. Door open. Mirror gone. But on her desk sat a Polaroid of her and Amara, standing in room 13. Behind them, barely visible, another version of Talia, grinning, watching. That night she packed her bags. She had to leave the lodge. But as she zipped her suitcase, the full-length mirror near the bathroom flickered. And for just a second, she saw her reflection smile. Again, when she didn't, the camera on her phone turned on. A photo clicked by itself. And across the screen, the name of the image auto-saved as room 13_entry2.jpg. If this story chilled your bones, comment below what you think Talia saw in that mirror, and whether her reflection ever really let her go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us what story you want next, because next time, we're going deeper. You're watching Vibe Loom Stories, where your fears find a face.